Well, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are okay. Hold on. This might have been a mess up. Hold on. I need a better microphone, I think. Are we here? Is this what it is? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, good. It is this mic. Good. Yeah, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the 2024-2025 season for the Edmonton Oilers is here. They start their home opener against the Winnipeg Jacks. They're actually going to start the season on a 4-game homestand. They play tonight against Winnipeg, and then they play on Saturday against Chicago, and then Sunday against Calgary, and then I believe Tuesday or Wednesday next week against the Philadelphia Flyers. And I don't know how I'm supposed to sit through after what happened last season. I don't know how I'm supposed to sit through another 82 game regular season plus 4 rounds of playoff hockey. Assuming the Oilers get that far. 1 round for sure. I think there'll be a second round appearance at least. But yeah. But you know what? We're not here to talk about the playoffs. We're here to talk about the countdown to 1,000. Connor McDavid is currently sitting at 982 regular season NHL points. That takes him 18 away from 1,000. And if he can get 18 points in the next 10 games, he will be the 3rd fastest player in NHL history to hit 1,000, behind Wayne Gretzky, obviously, and maybe Mario Lemieux. I don't know. I know what Gretzky is like the first one. Gretzky did it the fastest, and no one's ever going to top him for that. But yeah, he is 18 points away from 1,000. If he can do it in 10 games, he'll be the 3rd fastest. Now, that might seem impossible. 18 points in 10 games? Well, not really when you think about it. Connor McDavid is like a points wizard in the National Hockey League. This guy had like 105 points here. Let me just go to his Hockey DB page. Because if anyone could do it, it's him. Where is it? Where is he here? He had 105 points in 56 games. That's almost 2 points a game. So if anyone can get 18 points in 10 games, it's Connor McDavid. Now that being said, there is going to be a bit of a delay getting to the game right now because the Oilers are going to be doing their banner raising ceremony. Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What banner raising ceremony, Alex? They didn't win the Stanley Cup. No, they did not. But they won the Western Conference. And even though that banner is already hanging in Rogers Place, there have been photos of it. It's still an official thing. Like, you did win something last year. I know they didn't win the cup, and I know they didn't win the thing they wanted to win. And you're never going to convince them otherwise that not winning that is a good thing. But they won something last year, so they got to have that banner. But while we're waiting for that, let's go through the lines. And like, when I was talking with the Vancouver game last, on Sunday or Saturday or Friday. No, it was Friday. This lineup was basically set. And this is the lineup that we saw. Connor McDavid between Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Connor needs no introduction. You don't need to say anything else about Connor McDavid that has already been said. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a solid complementary player on any team. Some people have called him a bust. I don't think that's necessarily true. And he's found his role on this team, either a good top 6 winger or a good defensive. I hate doing these late streams. I hate doing this. But yeah, it's okay. So yeah, they're getting to the player intros now. We're going to quickly wrap this up. So yeah, Nugent Hopkins, good complimentary top 6 winger, or bottom 6 defensive centerman. Zach Hyman came over to Toronto from Toronto 3 years ago, has set career highs in goals, points, assists every single year he's been here. I don't think he'll do it this year because last year was pretty hard to top it. He did score 50 goals in the regular season, but he is a guy who plays every game like it's last. He never takes a shift off. I've been watching this guy for 3 years in Edmonton. I've never seen him mail in a game. He's always trying, whether he wins or loses. Second line, you got Leon Draisaitl between Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvidsson. This is a line they did try a couple points in the preseason, but people are complaining that this line has no chemistry. Well, yeah, no shit. None of these players have ever played together before. This is the first time Draisaitl is playing with Arvidsson. Arvidsson's playing with Skinner. Skinner's playing with Draisaitl. And you're never going to the chemistry is not going to be instant. It doesn't usually happen. So give it time, guys. Give it time. Third line, Adam Henrique between Matthias Janmark and Connor Brown. Fourth line, Derek Ryan between Vasily Podkolzin and Corey Perry. Defensively, Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Emberson, Kulak, Dermott, who just got signed. He was a fantastic preseason. He did get a good contract out of it. And then Stuart Skinner is going to start in goal as the Oilers are introducing their coaching staff. So yeah, I can actually do a thing here, continuing on. So a few things have happened. Oh, Jesus. Get Schwartz off this team, man. Yeah, Mark Stewart turned his team into one of the best PKs in playoff history. Paul Coffey, man. You know what? Paul Coffey, I know when it was announced he was hired. I remember when it was announced that Paul Coffey was brought on as an assistant. We all thought it was like just the dumbest thing they could have done, especially since he admitted he didn't want the job. And then what ends up happening is he turns that defensive group into a solid 6-man unit. Like they were leaking goals against. Who was that? Was that like Troy Stetcher? And yeah, they just showed Stetcher and Kane. There you go. Yeah, the Boosh bomb. Yeah, Evan Bouchard. What kind of season is this guy going to have? What kind of season is this guy going to have for Edmonton? Fantastic breakout year from Evan Bouchard. And so, yeah, who we got next? Yeah, Ekholm, yeah. And what an acquisition this guy was, eh? He's come over to this team and they have been better because of it. Yeah, Hyman, Zach Attack. There we go. We missed some players. They have Janmark and Derek Ryan out there too. Yeah, they're going to do the leadership last. Adam Henry. Oh, yeah, they're doing this in order of number. So Bouchard, then you had Derek Ryan, Janmark, Ekholm. Travis Dermott's from Newmarket? Damn. Yeah, Travis Dermott, like I said, looked good in preseason and earned himself his contract. Kulak. Yeah. Yeah. Brett Kulak, Alberta kid, Stony Plain, Alberta. Solid defensive third pairing guy. You can't go wrong with him on your third pair. He's good. Connor Brown from Etobicoke. Yep. Slow start from Connor Brown last year, but he picked it up late in the season and was a key player in the playoffs, especially on the penalty kill. Calvin and Calvin Pickard, solid backup goalie. I know he didn't have the greatest preseason, but he was just a solid backup for Edmonton last year. Came in at a couple points. 33, Victor Arvidsson. And you know, I just realized Victor Arvidsson and Matthias Ekholm were on the same team in Nashville, so they kind of reunited a little bit. But yeah. Ty Emberson, fantastic preseason from this guy. I'll get more into Pickard later. Fantastic preseason from Ty Emberson, looking to be on that second pairing with Nurse. Jeff Skinner's Canadian? What? Hold on. Hold on. Jeff Skinner. Markham. Oh, Stuart Skinner rocking the new pad. Oh, I love the new pad design from Stuart Skinner. Just amazing stuff. I wonder if he's going to wear that on the road too. Yep, Corey Perry. Yeah, I remember he was hated. Now he's loved. All right, I guess we're getting into leadership group next. Oh no, Vasily Podkolzin. Yeah, Podkolzin looked good in preseason too. Had some good moments with some of the younger guys. So, yep, good job. Yeah, here we go. Darnell. Yeah, Nurse. Darnell, Doc baby. Looking for a big season from this guy. Takes a lot of heat, and some of it is deservedly so, but Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, the highest paid man in the National Hockey League. Multiple 50-goal seasons, 100-point seasons, Art Ross, Hart Trophy, Ted Lindsay Award. Solid second pairing guy on your centerman. Would be a first line center on like the rest of the league for the most part. Nuge, like I said, complimentary top six guy, bottom six defensive forward. If you want him to be, he's good. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the captain, Connor. Looking for a big season from Connor. You know what? I saw that clips from that Amazon documentary after game 7. The look this guy gave, he's on a mission this year. Let's go, boys. Yeah, 2024, 2025 Edmonton. Now, this is probably not going to be the roster you're going to see come playoff time. There are going to be some changes, but yeah. Let's go. Gene! Gino, missed you, buddy. Oh, don't remind me, please. I don't want this to be a thing. Don't remind me, please. Zach Hyman, yeah, on the breakaway. Aye. Yeah, Winnipeg's playoffs most recently not good. They made the playoffs in 2023, 2024 as the second wild card team had to play the Vegas Golden Knights. They won the first game and then they lost the next four, losing in five. And then and then last year they were second in their division. I think if I remember, Dallas won the Central. Yeah, that would make sense. They were the second seed. They played the Colorado Avalanche, won the first game, lost the next four. So yeah, they need to get some early. They honestly, Winnipeg has not been a great playoff team ever since they went to the West Final in 2018. Actually, I mean, you look at their playoff history since then. 2019, they got ousted in round one by St. Louis. 2020, did they even make it? I don't remember if they made it or not. They were probably a first or second. Well, let me take a look at the Winnipeg Jets here as we get the anthems underway. Winnipeg Jets. Let's just take a look here. Wikipedia, because they'll hear. It'll be here. It'll be here. Broadcasters. Award winners, head coaches, team captains, season by season. Okay, so here we go. So in 2019, 2020, they lost. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they lost in the qualifying round to the Calgary Flames. 2019, 2020, when they had the qualifying play-in round BS, they lost in 4 games to the Flames, 3-1. And then in 2020, 2021, they beat Edmonton in a sweep, but like that was a series that Edmonton was the better team by far. Winnipeg just got lucky. And then their luck ran out against Montreal and absolutely got their asses handed to them in a 4-game sweep. 2021, 2022, they missed the playoffs. They weren't there. And then like I said, 2 years ago, they were fourth in the Central, so they were a second wild card, lost the first round to Vegas. Last year, second in the Central, lost in the first round to the Colorado Avalanche. So yeah, starting goalies for tonight, you have the Connor Hellebuck and Stuart Skinner. Hopefully this goes better than last year's opening night. If you guys remember, the Oilers lost 8-1 to the Vancouver Canucks. And yeah, for the first time in 5 years, Edmonton's not playing Vancouver on opening night. So anyway, this could be interesting. Jets win the opening faceoff. They're going to send it into the Oilers zone. Now, one of the bigger complaints coming out from Edmonton regarding their preseason was the fact that they didn't really look that good. And I don't put too much stock in that, as Connor Brown is going to skate into the Jets zone here, dump the puck behind the Winnipeg net. Connor Brown on the forecheck. But yeah, one of the biggest complaints, Emberson sends it down low. No one home. And I'm not even going to bother looking at Winnipeg Jet numbers. I'm not even going to care. I'll pick up the ones I know who are there. McDavid has hit the ice. McDavid is on the ice. The quest for 1,000 begins. The countdown to 1,000. He's got to get 18 points in 10 games. No pressure, Connor. Puck tipped into the Oilers zone. Stewart's going to stop behind the Oilers net. Leave it for Evan Bouchard. Evan Bouchard is going to send it up to Nuge. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Over to Zach Hyman. Hyman stops up. Sends it back to the point for Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm's going to send it over to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to mishandle it. And Mark Scheifele is in on a breakaway. Mark Scheifele's shot saved by Stuart Skinner. Mark Scheifele couldn't really get going there. He really did not have any speed there. Bouchard disrupted him enough, but he was able to kind of sort of pull away. Yeah, it just bounced over Bouchard's stick, unfortunately. And yeah, Mark Scheifele was never really able to get away. Solid save by Stuart Skinner. Oh yeah, Jack Michaels is doing the commentary for this one, isn't he? Yeah. I saw a lot of people complaining about the Oilers preseason. I mean, the Oilers did go 3-5, and in 4 of those 5 losses, they surrendered 6 goals, as the Oilers are going to dump the puck into an icing. But really, I don't put too much stock into preseason, especially this one, for 2 reasons. Number one, preseason is just warm up. The games don't mean anything. They don't matter generally in the grand scheme of things. And quite frankly, we've seen this team have like dominating preseasons only to fall flat on their faces come playoff or come regular season hockey time. So for me, I don't put too much stock in preseason for that reason. The second reason I don't put too much stock in preseason, especially again this one, Arvidsson shot deflected high up over the net, is because this roster was pretty much set after July 1st. I mean, your top 9 was established after July 1st with the signings of Arvidsson and Skinner and the re-signings of Henrik Brown and Janmark. That's your top 9 set after one day. So really the only battles that were going to be played out are on your fourth line and maybe on the defensive side of the game. And that was it. So this roster is set after one day, and most of the people on this roster are guys who were going to be playing anyway. So there was not really an incentive to try. But, now that they're here in regular season hockey, the games do matter, and we're going to see what they do so far. But the way I see it, lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. And Edmonton cannot afford to have a bad start. And I know last year they said it was cup or bust, and then they go out and have that bad start. My thing is, even though they didn't win the cup, the way it started versus the way it ended, I don't think you could call that a bust year. I would call that a very successful year for this group, despite the fact that they didn't win. Now, obviously, they're never going to admit that. You're never going to get them to say, oh, well, we lost the Stanley Cup. Good for us. Hey, we had a good... No. You're never going to get them to say that. But the problem is that's the bar now. McDavid is going to come and dance and can't quite get it. But Evan Bouchard is going to go top of the slot and saved by Hellebuck. The problem is the bar is set. The only way that you're going to top last year is if you win the Stanley Cup. And that's the problem, right? Like going to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final is like going to space. Everything else is considered a step backwards. So if they don't make the playoffs, that's a step back. If they lose in the first, second, or third round, that's a step back, right? It's just the way it is. So Oilers dump it in. Hellebuck's going to stop behind the net. Neil Pionk's going to pick it up. I know he's number 4. He's going to swing it over to number 54, who I don't know who that is. Back to Neil Pionk. Pionk over to 54. 54 sends it up to Cole Perfetti, I believe. Cole Perfetti is going to take a weak shot, and it's going to go into the glove of Stuart Skinner. But yeah, it's Puck Hole's a nice hit. Who did he hit? Number 36. Nice hit. McDavid. Yeah, just doing McDavid things. But yeah, they're not going to top last year. Like I said, the only way they top last year is by winning the Stanley Cup. They're not going to do that. So we can throw that idea out the window. I just expect a good, deep series run from these guys. But like I said, regular season doesn't matter for this group anymore. Very much like with the Toronto Maple Leafs, who lost tonight, by the way. Good job, Montreal. Like with the Leafs, regular season doesn't matter. Oh, Draisaitl might have a step here. Draisaitl shot, saved by Connor Hellebuck. Skinner working in the corner. Jets are going to get it out. No, they're not going to get it out. They're going to keep Oilers are going to keep it in. Skinner on the forecheck. Draisaitl in a puck battle. Can't get it. Jets can't clear it out, but it is going to be offside on Edmonton. But yeah, like I said, the only way that last year you top last year is if you win the Stanley Cup. And like I said, Edmonton's not going to do it. But you know what? It's fine. So what do we talk about next? Oh yeah, well, okay. Let's talk about Calvin Pickard for a second. I mentioned that we were going to talk about Calvin Pickard as the Jets come into the Oilers zone here. So yeah, Calvin Pickard, decent backup for Edmonton last year. I was happy with what he did. After Jack Campbell, and look, I'm not gonna look and look. Let me level with me here for a second. Oh, Winnipeg Jet players stick broke. Oilers might have a 2-on-2 rush. Nuge. It's gonna be offside. I don't think Jack Campbell deserved to get sent down. Statistically, at the time of him being sent down, he was better between him and Skinner. He was the better goalie. In fact, at that time, he had the only Oilers win of the season under his belt when he got sent down. And so I think that move was done just to shake things up a bit in an attempt to shake things up a bit. But obviously, it took a coach getting fired in order for that to happen as the Oilers turn it over. Skinner's going to stop behind the net. Nurse up to a guy, but it's going to stop by the Winnipeg Jets. That's okay. Nurse is going to try a second attempt. He's going to get it out again. It's going to drop in front of, who is that? Adam Henrique or Connor Brown? I think that's Connor Brown. Yeah, it is Connor Brown. But you know what? As the Winnipeg Jets get a decent shot on net. Ty Emerson wraps up his guy. Good job there. But what was I saying? But yeah, when Calvin Pickard came up, he's not a star goalie, but he did enough to give. I thought that puck went in. He did enough to give the Oilers and Skinner some rest. And no more important of a time did that come than in the second round against Vancouver. Games 1-3, Skinner wasn't the greatest. So for game 4, Knobloch decides to go with Calvin Pickard to start, and Pickard gave them the best performance you could have asked for given the situation. I mean, think about it. You're down 2-1 in a series at home. If you lose game 4, you're down 3-1 going back to Vancouver for game 5. And I'm not saying that Skinner would have lost game 4 had he started, but the fact that Pickard played so well earned him that second look in game 6. Now, even then, game 5, Derek Ryan drops it off. Corey Perry's shot saved by Hellebuck. Derek Ryan in on the forecheck. 3-man pile up well, it's not a pile up, it's a battle in the corner. But yeah, and then he comes in game 5, plays again well enough, and yeah, the Vancouver Canucks did to Edmonton what Edmonton did to them in game 4, but he gave Stuart Skinner 2 games to reset and refocus, and then I don't think he lost the net after that, because he was in net for game 6 and 7. Game 6, Edmonton wins 5-1. Game 7, Vancouver only showed up for like 10 minutes. And at that point, Edmonton was already up 3-0 when they decided to start playing. Draisaitl coming in, finds Jeff Skinner. Skinner on the backhand, shot, saved by Connor Hellebuck. Nice chance there for Jeff Skinner as we go to a commercial break. But, oh, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I liked what I saw from Calvin Pickard, and he's definitely earned the right to continue to be on this team until otherwise proven. The only problem I have with that is that the only problem I have with him there is that if he starts to falter, hey, I know that's in freaking Toronto. That's got to be in Toronto, right? Yeah, that's Toronto. Yeah, I reckon because he was right outside Scotiabank Arena there. Yeah, that's Toronto. Yeah, I can see the TTC. The only problem is if Calvin Pickard starts to falter a little bit with the things, the Oilers don't have a lot of great backup options. I mean, Rodriguez did not have a great regular or didn't have a great preseason, but that's okay. He's still young, so we'll see what happens. But yeah. All right, time to go to Sportsnet to read the overreaction from Leafs. The Rangers are up 6-0 on Pittsburgh. I don't know what was the final. Oh yeah, okay. Well, we'll get to other scores during the out of town scoreboard here because we'll see what happens as the Winnipeg Jets win the face-off here, but they can't get past the other zone. Emberson up to who is that? No idea. Oh, that was Victor Arvidsson. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Edmonton. We are 9 minutes in. Oh, boy. Oh, puck through the crease. No one home to tap it home. Arvidsson is going to find Jeff Skinner, who's going to send it down. Puck is going to bounce behind the wall, come right out to Hellebuck, who's just going to drop it behind the net. Here come the Jets. Tried to center in front. Uh-oh. Okay. I have my notifications back on again for the Oilers. Hyman, 54 goal man last year. What's he going to do this year? I don't think he'll score 54 again, but McDavid behind the net. Out in front to Ekholm, over to Bouchard. Bouchard winds, fires, saved by Connor Hellebuyck with the left pad. McDavid behind the net, comes around in front, tries to send it up for Ekholm, but he gets it back. Getting pressured, over to Bouchard. Bouchard is going to send it down low. No one home. Ekholm pinching. Nurge. I called him Nurge. Nuge sends it in. Here come the Winnipeg Jets. Mark Scheifele over to Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor manages to get the puck in. Number 13, I don't know who that is, but he's not going to do anything with it. Here comes the Oilers. Connor Brown. Matthias Janmark on the forecheck. Mark Scheifele. Adam Henrique, nice little move to get around not only his guy, but the Winnipeg Jets too. Shot. Hellebuck with the save and sweeps it into the corner. Connor Brown, swing and a miss. Sends it to Janmark. Janmark back to the point. Travis Dermott, nearly coughed up the puck there. He tried to shot. It just kind of like rolled off his stick. He did manage to get it back and prevent the Jets from getting a break out of it. So Derek Ryan. Oilers dump the puck into the Jets zone. They are now doubling up the Jets in shots 6-3. Nurse tries to send it in, and it goes off his Jet stick. Hellebuck's going to stop it. Derek Ryan on the forecheck. Jets forces a turnover. Emberson finds Vasily Podkolzin. Can't get the puck into the Jets zone. Now he does, but it's going to go off for a change. Number 2, I don't know who that is. I guess we'll find out here. I don't know who that is. Drops it off for another guy, number 54, back on the back end. They're going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Back to the point. Shot deflected in front, rolls wide. Adam Lowry down low. 62. I don't know who that is. Oh, Arvidsson, potential breakaway. Arvidsson did not have the angle Shot for the point. Where's the puck? And Arvidsson, and I'll say this. I said that the chemistry between the second line of Draisaitl, Skinner, and Arvidsson hasn't really been there yet. And really, it's, and look, again, I'm not going to be, McDavid, crash, tries to set it out in front. Couldn't quite get there. And look, I'm also going to say, I'm going to give that line time. Do not get me wrong. I'm going to give that line time to find chemistry. But from what I have seen, it's kind of really Skinner. That's been Jeff Skinner. That's kind of put that down. Nuge with the shot. McDavid finds Nuge. Nuge back to the point for Ekholm. Kulak with the shot. Blocked in front. Another shot. Another block in front. Here come the Jets. Oh, I thought it was a 2-on-1. Kyle Connor tries to find Mark Scheifele. Mark Scheifele is going to send it around. Can't find anyone in front. Well, the good news is that they're already off to a better start than they were last year. So this is good news. Nurse finds Emberson. Emberson tries to give it back to Nurse. Forecheck from number 9. Nurse. Yeah, didn't really have much to do there. Number 15. Tried to spin move. He's going to lose it. Emberson pushes him against the boards. Janmark off the boards and can't get it out. Shot. And Stuart Skinner's there with the answer. We're probably going to get a commercial break here. So, yeah. You know what? We can do the out-of-town scoreboard because there are a couple of other games going on right now. 5 games on tap for tonight. So I already mentioned the Montreal Canadiens blank the Toronto Maple Leafs for the first time. Toronto got blanked for the first time since 2021. They lost 1-0 to Montreal. Cole Caulfield gets a power play marker in the first period. Sam Montembeault with 47 saves. The New York Rangers shut out the Pittsburgh Penguins to the tune of 6-0. 8:54 left in the first period. The Vancouver Canucks currently have a 1-0 lead over the Calgary Flames. And then with 10:02 left in the first period, the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights, the 2 of the last 3 Stanley Cup champions, are knotted at 0. So, and of course, Edmonton and Winnipeg knotted at 0s as well. Okay, so number 54 is Sandberg. And I don't know who number 2 is, so I'll have to keep that in mind. So Sandberg is on the ice. He's paired with Neil Pionk right now, unless it's Brendan Dillon. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Skinner wins the faceoff because Draisaitl is getting kicked again. Draisaitl always gets kicked from the faceoff circle. Draisaitl gets the puck over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson finds Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner going for escape behind the net. Jeff Skinner finds Arvidsson, goes out in front. Nurse bobbles the puck at the blue line, and he has to turn back. Kyle Connor tries to get in on the inside, but he can't get – that was Kulak and Dermott out there. Skinner tries to find Victor Arvidsson, but it's going to go to number 44 on Winnipeg. I don't know who that is. It should be noted, Edmonton went 2-0-1 against the Winnipeg Jets last year. They lost the first game 3-2 in overtime. Actually, it was also during. No, that was the third game of the season, I think. Oh, puck out in front. Nice save by Stu, and the puck is in the net, banked in. Winnipeg takes a 1-0 lead. Adam Lowry gets the goal for Winnipeg. So how did this happen? Oh, I banked it. So Stu made the initial save. And then as he was recovering to get over, Adam Lowry just banked it in off of him. All right. Well, Winnipeg gets the first goal. Edmonton's got work to do. Bouchard pinching, sends it back for Nuge. Nuge working it in the corner. Can't get anything with it. Here come the Jets. Number 62 drops it off. Sweeps it around the net. Puck, shoveled wide. Good Lord, guys. Come on. McDavid going 1-on-2. Drops it off for Bouchard. Bouchard slaps it into the corner. No one home. Podkolzin drops for Corey Perry. Corey Perry with the move. Shot. Where's the puck? Traffic in front. Corey Perry. Over to Nurse. Nurse winds fires. Puck is in the corner. Corey Perry. Emberson swing and a miss. And Jets tried a pretty passing play. Kyle Connor couldn't intercept it, but the Jets are working it in the Oilers zone right now. Kyle Connor goes cross ice to Logan or Sandberg. Sandberg back to Dylan or Pionk. Sorry. Puck missed the net and hit the ref. Bit of a break for Edmonton. And the Oilers are going to clear it out. All right. Kulak is going to dump that puck into the Winnipeg zone. Janmark can't come up with it. Neither can Connor Brown. Here come the Jets. They're going to dump it in behind the Oilers net. Puck flipped out. And that's going to be icing on the Jets. Nope, it's not going to be icing on the Jets. That's weird. Both linesmen, or one of the linesmen put up an arm. Bouchard sends it over to Ekholm. Ekholm's going to sweep it out. Bouchard finds Skinner. Jeff Skinner working it on the forecheck. Arvidsson working it. Back to the point. Bouchard finds Arvidsson. Victor Arvidsson back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard waiting. Sends it over to Ekholm. Ekholm's going to dump it in. Hellebuck's going to stop behind the Oilers net. 62. Oh, boy. Wow. 2-0 Winnipeg. Number 22. With that was Appleton. Yeah, Mason Appleton. Oh, all right. I jinxed it by saying we're already better than last year's. Boy, oh boy. It gets any worse, I'm going to have to probably turn this off. I mean, no one's here anyway. No one's watching, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's not a good. Last minute play in the first period. Come on. Oilers need to get one here before the. Oh, Hyman just rings off the post. McDavid followed up. Ekholm goes cross ice, no one home. McDavid battling behind the Oilers or behind the net. He's going to get help. Fourth line going out there. Oh. Podkolzin with the shot. He had Perry backdoor. I don't know why he didn't try pass it. 10 seconds to go. Bouchard. Ekholm. Fires it on net. Bouchard shot and a final save from well, first period ends. Edmonton is down 2-0. I would love to say I'm surprised, but I am not. So, well, I'm going to go take a break. I will be back when I'm back. Okay, we are back for the second period. Probably not the way the first period wanted to go for these guys. They're down 2-0. And yeah. So they got some work to do here. Jets get the puck into the Oilers zone. Draisaitl stops up, sends it back to the point. Arvidsson shot. Where's the puck? Crashed into Hellebuck. Couldn't get the puck into the net. Oh. How the heck did he keep that out? Arvidsson's looking good. Last time I said that in one of these streams, he scored. So I actually remember that. It was a couple of years ago. I was doing a game between LA and Edmonton, and I commented about how Victor Arvidsson was having a good game, and he scored in that game for LA. So hoping that works again tonight, but right now it's not looking like it. Shot for the point, easy save for Connor Hellebuck. I mean, Edmonton's out shooting Winnipeg 13-8, so it's not like they're not getting chances, but like still. And that's going to be a hand pass on Edmonton. Oh, Hellebuck just got enough of it on the backhand there to slow its momentum, and then a Winnipeg player put it back into him. So Nuge finds Ekholm. Ekholm's going to send it down low for Hyman. Zach Hyman. Nuge. McDavid. Back to the point for Bouchard. Bouchard over to Ekholm. Ekholm tried to send it through, but it's going to be picked up by the Jets, and here they come. Kyle Connor. Nuge. McDavid. Oh, nice little pass. Drop pass. Janmark. Where's the puck? Oh, it's behind the net. Nice little rush chance from the third line there. Janmark finds Adam Henrique. Henrique back to the point for Dermott. Dermott's going to shut. Blocked in front. Ehlers. Over to, is that Sandberg or Stanley? I can't tell. Kyle or Perfetti. This is going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Stuart Skinner's going to stop behind the Oilers net. Corey Perry. Nice little move. He can't get the poke check. He can't beat the poke check of Hellebuck. Pionk. Finds a guy. We have a collision. Puck battle in the corner. Oilers are going to come up with it. Podkolzin can't get through the Jets' defense. Jets behind the net. Send it back up top. Shot. Where's the puck? Lost in traffic. Jets doing some good work in the Oilers zone right now. And it's 3-0. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I didn't think this would happen so early on, but yeah, we're going to call it there. I got better things to do with my time than watch my team get absolutely embarrassed on home ice, and so we are just going to Rasmus Kupari with the goal. Yeah, we're just gonna call it there, guys. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in this. So 3-0 Winnipeg, and they're getting 1 goal on every 3 shots. So not I don't know. Okay, now we're definitely turning it off because it's 4-0 now. Two goals in 28 seconds. Yeah, now we're definitely turning it off. All right, guys. I'll see. I know, right? Orange, it sucks. Dude, it's 4-0, and this team is not doing anything. I'm not even going to waste my time. I got to get up in 6 hours anyway. So if they're not going to put in the effort, I'm not either. Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to go grab a thing from McDonald's first. Yeah. No, I'm gone. I'll be back for Saturday's game against Chicago. Hopefully it goes better. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not doing this tonight. So bye guys.